How to make PawesomeTV cars. The supplies you'll need are a pen, a permanent marker or black marker, 2 toothpicks, a pair of scissors, a glue stick, black foam paper and black construction paper, a toothpaste box, a nickel, some glittery foam paper, and some plastic. First, we're going to take the box and cut it in half, just like this. Once you're done, you should have 2 separate boxes. Now take a permanent marker and we're going to draw a line around the whole box about halfway through. Then we're going to cut it. Once you're done cutting, this is how it should look. Now we're going to cut off a triangular shape at the very front, so it's not the side where it's closed, but the open side. And I'm going to use a ruler because it's easier for me, and we're going to do this for both sides. And I'm going to take the piece I cut off to measure on the other side to cut it off so it's exactly the same. Once you're done, this is how it should look. Now take the permanent marker and we're basically going to draw a rectangular shape, but we're going to make one side slanted, and then we're going to cut it out. And do this for both sides. So I'm going to take the piece I cut off just to measure on the other side so I can cut it out again. And this is how it should look. Now I'm going to cover the car in glitter foam paper. Now if you don't have glitter foam paper, that's okay. You can use anything you want. As long as it's something that's pretty, then anything you like, you can use it to cover your car. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to measure out how much of the foam paper I need, and then I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to glue it to the car. So here are the pieces that I cut out, and these are measured to be exactly the same size as the car. Because my glitter foam paper has the sticky side, I'm going to peel it off and I'm going to stick it right on. If you're using paper, you can just use glue and glue it on. Once you've covered your car, what we're going to do is we're going to cut out all of the excess. Once it's done, this is how your car should look like. Now we're going to cover the front of the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out how much glitter foam paper I need, and then I'm going to stick it right on. So again, if you're using paper, just measure out the right amount and then you can glue it on. Once you're done covering the front of the car, this is how it should look like. Now it's time to make the windows. So what I'm going to do is take the plastic, I'm going to measure out the front of the car, I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to glue it on. So I bent the plastic just a little bit so that it sticks a little better. Now if you don't have any plastic, that's okay too, because your car will still look nice without it. And this is how it should look like. Now it's time to make the wheels. So what I'm going to do is trace a nickel and then I'm going to cut it out. So here I'm using foam, and you'll need 4 wheels. Once you're done, I'm going to take the wheel and I'm going to measure about where it's going to go on the car. After I've done that, I'm going to take the pencil and I'm going to poke a hole. Because the hole is a little small, I'm going to take another pair of scissors and I'm going to make it just a little bit bigger. and you'll want the hole to be just a little bigger than the toothpick. And we're also going to poke a hole on the other side. Now do the same exact thing for the front side of the car. Now it's time to attach the wheels. So we're going to take the toothpick and we're going to poke a hole through the middle. I'm also going to add some glue to the toothpick so that it sticks to the wheels. Make sure you add enough glue onto the wheel and the toothpick, otherwise your wheel's going to fall off, and allow it to dry. Once it's dried, we're going to cut off the excess toothpick. I'm going to take the permanent marker and I'm going to color in the toothpick so we can't see it. Now it's time to make the steering wheel. So what I'm going to do is take the nickel and I'm going to trace a circle and cut it out. Here I'm using construction paper rather than foam paper. And we're also going to cut a circle inside the circle. And this is what you should have. Now cut another thin strip out and we're going to glue it to the middle of the circle, just like this. Now we're going to flip it over and fold it halfway down. We're also going to fold it back the same way and we're going to glue it together just like this. And this is what you should have when you're done. Doesn't it look like a steering wheel? Now because the strip is a little too long, I'm going to fold it about halfway down and we're going to glue it onto the car. So you can adjust this to whatever height you like. So there you have it. Now cut out another piece of foam and make sure it's the same width as the car, and this is going to be the seats. Once you have the right size measured out, we're going to go ahead and round the edges so it looks a little more like a seat. Here I'm just going to fold it a little more and crease it so that the seat stands up, and then we're going to glue it in the car. And we are finally done! So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, Pawesome fans. I hope you make it, and if you do, as usual, tweet me, show me on Instagram, or even make a video and show me. But please let me know because I'd love to see them.